What's going on, guys? S.Belt MMA here with a sparring video here with a white belt, Jamey, who's actually my Capoeira brother as well. Decided to start Jiu-Jitsu as we get started here. I let him kind of dictate the pace, which is usually what I do with the white belts. Here he works to start to try to pass. With white belts, I'll kind of give them have a little give, but if there's a clear open mistake like here, I grab the arm and then I just sweep and end up in the mount position. This gives them an idea of what's possible, and at the same time kind of lets them see early on, what consequences of certain mistakes you're making. Here he tries to bridge with maybe with a white belt or some blue belts that may work, but here, I just transition to the back. He goes back and then I just transition back into mount, and here he ends up leaving his arm right by my neck to push, and that puts me in a position to get the Americana lock here, which I end up getting right here. So from there we end up resetting, and Jamey's got a martial arts background. He's studied some kung fu, I believe karate as well, and he works as a stuntman here in China. So as we get going again, here I end up pulling him into my open guard. He goes to try to kind of hop over. From there, I kind of just stop his legs, adjust, and just come up. He gets a good strong headlock on me. From there, I just kind of pop my head out and then fall back, see what he wants to try to do with it. It seemed like he was trying to work a choke, but he didn't really have good position here. He goes to kind of try to pass behind, but he left his legs a little too close together, and you see I'm able to there just close his legs together and take him down and end up in side control. Now from here, I go to hop to the other side because he had like another headlock position on me. And one thing I'll say is, usually with white belts and beginners is they'll hold certain stuff for too long. You'll see here he's kind of holding me. He holds this a little bit too long, which kind of works to his detriment, because in the beginning you don't want to kind of wear yourself out and just kind of hold certain stuff when you don't really know. Defending's good, which he was doing a good job of, but he wasn't really defending with a purpose, and in the beginning it's really hard to do that. So I was able to then pop his legs over and hop to the other side. I went to go for an arm triangle, but again he kind of held the headlock, and because of that, then I just turned the head and arm triangle into basically just a neck press choke, which you see he ends up tapping to right there. So just a small adjustment I had to make because he didn't give up his arm. So then as we reset here, we've got maybe about a minute or so left in the session. So as he goes to kind of try to figure out what he wants to do next. I kind of work to pull him into close guard, and I'm able to do that here. And then from there, again, I'm just kind of let him dictate in the early part, but then any mistakes like there where he starts to leave his hand, I close up to try to get the triangle. But he does a good job of defending. His hand's still in there. And then I go for the arm bar. He pops up, which is good. And he's able to get out from there. He gets a little overzealous and tries to take my back, but he's a little high, so he just slides off. And then from there, I'm able to go and pass. So I pass to the other side. By this time, his lapel's a little bit open, so I'm right here. I'm grabbing the top of his lapel, and then again he's kind of holding me, which kind of works against him because then he can't really know what's going on my end. So I'm just using this position to control him from the top. Here, I believe, is where I grab the lapel again. Now from here, I'm just kind of waiting for him to react, and as he reacts, I pop up. I've essentially got a bread cutter choke with one hand, and that's what I use the pant leg to keep him down, and then he taps. And then that ends our rolling session. Thank you guys again for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Thanks.